Cat Got Your Tongue is the first segment of the 8th episode of the 7th season of Rugrats. It's not a bad episode. There's a party or a function happening at Angelica's house, and basically everybody is there. And Howard has actually lost his voice, and the babies overhear this, and they're concerned, and they start to try and find Howard's voice, and they look in some interesting locations. And then they overhear somebody saying, "Cat got your tongue," and Angelica leaps on this and winds the babies up by telling them, yes, Fluffy has got Howard's tongue and she's saving it to eat. And it's actually kind of heartbreaking. There's a scene where Lil just starts sobbing because she doesn't want her father's tongue to be eaten by Fluffy. So they then try and track down Fluffy and find the tongue. And it's a little adventure story, and it's quite cute. It's maybe a little bit unpredictable, which I thought worked quite well. Very well animated when we get to see bits of the party, the guests, the other things that are happening. It actually started out with the babies sitting under a table, I think it was, and they're eating whatever food they're eating. And at one point, Phil described something as tasting like the squishy stuff between his toes, which made me feel rather nauseous. But it was a nice way to start the story, and I think it developed well. Everything made a lot of sense. I really liked it. It's unproblematic. There's nothing about this that I think didn't work. It's not too bad. It's never going to be a personal favourite. But having said that, there isn't anything that I think I would have wanted to have seen done differently. There was a nice emotional response with Lil. There's the little adventure story. It's got a good rise in pace to it. Angelica's involvement was really good as well. And it's been a while since something focused on Fluffy. I think the last Fluffy episode was the one where Chaz was cat sitting, if I remember correctly. Yeah, definitely not a bad episode. May not be a personal favourite, but after several pretty terrible segments leading up to this, not everything, but season 7's been not the strongest, but this one is definitely not too bad.